Hi everybody, Andre here, fxSSS.net. When it happens, we there, we show you, we tell you, come along, join us, subscribe to our signals. Okay, this is the last one of expectancies. What do you want? And this concerns me. Did I get what I wanted? Uh, Simply put, it took some time. If you go through I think the first or second blog video, I go through this whole journey where I thought everything was fine and then it wasn't fine. And then I learned about market manipulation and how to deal with it. And those, I think, 7 or 8 points I make mention of. That's how I dealt with it. And it came to me simply waiting for a signal on a P, right? And while I was sitting and waiting for this double top, double bottom to happen, it was happening elsewhere. And that really annoyed me because Steve Murrow himself says if it doesn't happen within the first 90 minutes, walk away. And you walk away all frustrated that this double top, double bottom never happened. And the need to trade, the expectancies there that you have to make so many pips, so many dollars to look after yourself, your family, and you're just not doing it for today. And you get into trades that you create these signals out of your mind. And this is you and your ego or you and your need. And our signals provide you opportunities across the market all the time. I hope by now you're convinced. Nonetheless, you still have opportunity to download the free trial. Try it out on a demo, try it out on an actual account, and you know make a decision. But this is about me now. Now I'm focused on me. So I went back to my mentor, VP, from No Nonsense Forex, and like I mentioned before, he trades the 1 day candles, and he's very happy with that. And he looks at the ATR and he sees there's enough pips, and he's a trend trader as well. Great, that's what I do, and you know we follow the same pattern. So these signals that you see here in front of you are this is a 1 day candle, right? And he trades 1 day, and I thought, okay, let me try 1 day, and it went well. But prior to prop trading, it never went well because I couldn't stand the drawdown. I said to you, a good trade is a shark fin, and based on gravity, it must come down. Forex gravity, and there, as you can see with the cursor, it's coming down. Right, I can swing this over before I make a decision on this shark fin here. Let's just say it happens. And 5 and 4 means is a major semaphore, a 36 and a 9 taking place here. Let's just make sure. Right, there's a change in character, change in the market. Right, and these are 1 day candles as well. Now I'll only be notified over 4 2 days later, so 1, 2, there's a 4. But with the 36, I'll be notified the following day. You gotta watch the video on Throw, on semaphores and what actually happens. If I go up 1 week, there's no semaphore there, and according to Throw, if there's no semaphore, then it will reverse. And it seems, according to what I watched with Throw, this holds true, right? So when there's no semaphore on the weekly one, then switch down to the prior candle, and where there is a semaphore, it will reverse. And here there's a semaphore, and now it's reversing. So if I had to follow his instruction immediately from that day on what's this Euro New Zealand, I could have made some decent pips here. But this is a problem I had with 1 day candles, right? Before this whole thing started, this 1 day massive bull candle, which started here, around about there, we can switch over, make a quick assessment on the, as I said, VP puts his trades in 15 minutes before the close of the day, right? There is a swap involved. You got to read up on swaps, and depending on your lot size, it could be expensive, but most of the time it's not expensive. A swap is a cost of carrying trade over into the following day. Even though it's 15 minutes, it's regarded as a day. So I'm just going to make this a 1 day, sorry, 1 week top-down analysis. And you can see this is blood in the water. Yeah, blood in the water. Right? It's below the 50. So I'm not even recognizing it as blood in the water because it's below the 50. This has come out here. It's heading to the top, but it's still below in the 50. So it's in the seller's market, according to the weekly candle. Here's the weekly candle. There's the blood in the water. But it's in the seller's market because the MBL is going down, despite this emergence of a bullish weekly candle. If you go back to the daily, it's going down, right? And trading 1 day, 4 hours, you have time to, do a nice analysis on everything. If you're chasing, well, not chasing, if your target is a certain number of pips a day, so you have time to do this. But let's just say now I need to make a decision on this here, and I enter, and I go long, yeah, because it's given me, let's say, a shark fin entry the day it starts, or the time I wake up 8 hours later. So I'm just going to remember it's a fourth candle. I'm going to switch over to, let's say, 1 hour candle. 1 hour, 1 hour chart. And I'm going to make this a bit smaller. I'm going to bring back my daily candle, either my daily candle or my daily box, right? And there's that massive long candle we have. So if I were on a hourly chart, right, I would have started getting shark notifications from this point onwards already. So like I said, this is the new day and he enters somewhere around here. And somewhere around here, you're already getting a shark notification. And now we're on a 1 hour chart. So let's make this a 4 hour or 1 day. Let's make this a 1 day. Oh no, let's make this a 4 hour. And we have 3 TDIs here. And we make this a 1 day. Right, we have time now. We're not 5-minute traders. So I go and I look and okay, I'm a day trader, but I'm doing a top-down analysis based on what I've got here for 1 hour. Look at a 4 hour and I see, hey, this thing's good, eh? It's starting a shark fin maybe. If you switch over to a 4 hour, you'll see a shark fin notification appear. I go to a 1 day and I see it's really heading towards shark fin, right? Now, this particular candle may not help me with my explanation, but I can easily refer to another candle here concerning 1 days. And I see, can I see something here? Yeah, here'll be 1 year, right? There's a MBL. Let's just get back to this one to finish up. So I enter up. This is a favorable one for me. And I enter up. And I'm on a 1 day. And I enter here. And from top to bottom, right, all on shark fin. And we put our exit in. The first exit is somewhere up there. Second exit is somewhere there. You can see the exit is really here. It crosses back over the volatility band, the gravity. You must go down, right? Remember that one. And then it crosses over the red simultaneously. And then it crosses back over the red there again while it's blood in the water and it starts moving down. But we're interested in an exit. Let's just say somewhere there. Now let's just go top to bottom and let's say I enter it at the beginning of the day. We GMT +2 here in my country, so this trade would be, I think maybe 2 in the morning, not sure. But anyway, it's in the morning, it's either midnight or 2 in the morning. And top to bottom, let's just go midway, it's 173 pips. So let's just try and see what the profit would be if I done a shark fin there. And I bring up a spreadsheet, and it's on New Zealand. This is New Zealand, Euro New Zealand. And I put in that's 173 pips. I put it in there. 0.0173. And one lot, This is one lot. Remember, this is my risk management. And if I want $125, I only need to enter that. Right? Sorry, this is 173. 173. Okay, and that trade would have given me $1,250, and it would have amounted to so much in my home currency in rands. Okay, from there to there, right? And that's trading one day, right? But I'm doing a top-down analysis, and I'm looking for a place to enter in on a one day. That is a good one day. The only drawdown happened there. But from there to there, I'm reading profit, right? If I'm looking for $120, it's 1/10 of this. So I'm actually looking at 17 pips, right? Let's just say 17 pips, right? It's going to give me $120. And while I'm all sleeping and all of that, and 17 pips, they're ready, somewhere they're ready on the very first candle. I get my profit for the day, my target, my expectancies. If you're going to go and you see a shark fin and you're going to go with the closure, the exit signal of a shark fin, you're going to make it 173 pips. That is a good day, right? Where's that other candle? Yeah, was it this one? I want something. Yeah, this would help. Looking for one. Yeah, this is an excellent one. Yeah, excellent. Right. So here I get an MBL signal. Right. There ready. Towards the close of the day, I'm getting the MBL. Remember, this part of the screen is not yet showing. There's no semaphores, nothing. And I get this MBL and I look here and I go down to, this is a 1 hour, right? And this is a 1 day, and I'm getting a shark fin already on a 1 day, right? And remember, I'm not trading a 1 day candle, right? These signals will appear, because despite you trading 1 day, you're going to get signals broken into many time frames, 4 time frames. So you're going to get a 1 hour signal telling you these MBLs here, despite you trading a 1 day. You have to open your mind to this now. And I get an MBL, and an MBL, then I get a semaphore, and I'm like, oops, a change of direction. Right here, the change of day. And I look here at the bottom, and I'm trading 1 day candles, but I'm looking for a point of entry. And I see it's in shark fin mode, this whole thing here. But I only see the shark fin from that point onwards. And I'm like, well, it's going to close somewhere here. Well, it's going to close somewhere when it crosses back over the volatility band. But I like the shark fin, so I'm going to go with it. And I go with this trade and I enter here, right there. So I enter there before the semaphore. And the semaphore happens, and the semaphore is a breakout in the market, which leads to reversal, and there's the reversal. I put my Sonics back in, and this reversal was a spike all the way to the top on this order block line, by the way. Right? So from here to there, was 77 pips, right? And that 77 pips, if I had to enter here, that's 77 pips drawdown. And that's 77 pips, guys. Will mean I would have been in drawdown of $600 at a loss, or in a drawdown of 8,500 Rand on one lot. Right? One lot. And guys may say, well, that's a bad decision. And I'm like, if I'm with prop trading and I'm allowed to lose $10,000 in total and $5,000 a day, I'm still good for this trade. I have not lost $5,000 for the day, right? I'm allowed to continue my trade with prop trading, right? And immediately after the spike manipulation, which is early in the morning, but it's Euro New Zealand, which means that this pair was actually active during New Zealand time, business time. It swung around and it continued down, right? And I'm on a one-day candle because I like the shark fin here. I'm looking for an exit on a one day. So after it sorts itself out and it comes back here, I can exit there. There's my first, that's an hourly exit because I'm on a 1 hour chart. And I can exit somewhere in here. Those two exits, that one would be crossing back over the volatility. And the other one would be crossing over the trade signal line. And here again, and there's the MBL cross. That's the final cross. That's the guy that wants to go all the way. If I were to go all the way and take an MBL exit, which will tell you on your exit signals, the MBL from there to there, would have given me 138 pips. But to get that 138 pips, I had to go through a $600 drawdown. And this is a problem I had, right? So I never slept that night and I never had a proper count. So out of fear, I would close it. I see a semaphore or something of that nature, and I'll close it, right? And remember, I'm only chasing at, before everything, I just went wherever the trade was. But if I was chasing my 11, 12 pips, I might have gotten it somewhere there before this massive swing, right? If I, for me, a good day is 20 pips. A normal day is 10 to 15. A good day is 20, right? A shark fin is right till the end, but now on 4 hour charts. So what do the 4 hour candles look like? And they now superimpose on top of one another. And I would now decide from a 1 day candle going down to a 4 hour candle, can I find my 20 pips? And this is how I started trading. And from that point onwards, things worked out for me. So the analysis I done here was a 1 day candle. I simply moved it down to a 4 hour candle. So I'm going to switch this 1 day off, switch this 4 hour off, and go to a 4 hour chart, see what signals that gives me, and do the same analysis. So here you're looking at a situation here where you have, now I'm on a 4 hour chart, right? And I get a shark fin. I get an MBL and a shark fin. And I start doing my analysis. And this would be now a 1 hour TDI. Sorry, a 1 day TDI. Wait, I'm on a 4 hour, yeah. This would be a 1 day TDI. I'm looking at the longevity of a trade. Another one would be higher. And I see here it's shark fin. On a 1 day, and on a 4 hour, it's a shark fin as well. So they're complementing one another. And then from that point onwards, I start doing my whole confluence. I see there's a semaphore at the bottom, right? I look for maybe a supply and demand zone. I see we broke through demand here, there's supply there. This was not there at the time when I entered the trade. There's an order block up here. That's its destination. And this is the analysis you need to go through. But you may not want to go all the way to the top from a shark fin. So you may decide, am I going to ride this trade till I'm told to exit it, or am I looking for pips? And when I say to you, my expectancies were met. My expectancies were met when I found a pair that supported my ADR, and I found a time frame, and I found how many pips I need. So in this particular trade here, let's just make this a bit bigger. There's your shark fin there. There's your MBL. Am I awake at this time? Let's see. This is in the afternoon. This is 8 o'clock at night, right? By me. Okay? It's MBL. That's a 4 hour candle. That's 4 in the afternoon. And New York opens here somewhere. And this thing starts going up, and I look at it one day and I'm like, this is good. And I jump down 4 hour, I jump down to 1 hour, 4 o'clock, remember? And I start looking, I should have blocked that trade out. I should have just done this. Let me do this. Remember, I want to keep this for, just block those two. And I jump down to 1 hour. We're on a 4 hour. So I jump down to 1 hour. I want to see what my charts look like. And I look for that block. Easy there. Right? And I can see here, it seems like a squeeze. Right? And it is a squeeze. Right? And I'm happy. Squeeze. Right? But this squeeze is a bit of a dangerous one, because this squeeze is above the 50, and this squeeze here, normally they say when squeezes are above the 50 or in the area of the 60, 80, and it squeezes, it's going to go down. This one went up, right? But where did I base my trade off? This is a 1 hour chart, and I have, hopefully, let's just make this a 4 hour. Remember, you got now all the time in the world. No, not all the time in the world. You got some time to make good decisions here. And at this point here, I'm monitoring the trade, and I see now it becomes a shark fin. And I'm worried about the squeeze, but the squeeze happens now. And the thing opens up, jumps over the volatility band, and it's on its way up, right? And it crosses over, the candle crosses over the volatility band, and then the price action crosses over the volatility band, and then it just ranges out in 1 hour, right? Ranges out. These are your 4 hour candles. Remember, I'm looking at this one here, and it jumps out. Looking at these three, jumps out of the squeeze, and it goes all the way up. And remember, when I enter this trade on a shark fin, you can ride it up until that exit day, or you can ride it to pips, right? Now, $17, 17 pips. Where's that spreadsheet? Right, 17 pips. Let's make this 20 pips. Was it sharp for it? It's 145. It's 2,000 rand for the day for me. If I go to bed, I'm going to put a trade in maybe. No, sorry, yeah. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the evening. I may sit and watch it. I may, it all depends. But here's it here. Here's a trade. Here's 4 o'clock here, somewhere here. Here's 8 o'clock. And that's the last candle for the day, and the squeeze happens. This is New Zealand business time, right? We're sleeping when New Zealand's busy. And I look for, what was it? I see 20 pips. Yeah, 20 pips. Okay. Will I get 20 pips somewhere here? Yeah, I'm ready to 60 pips. There. 20 pips is ready in the first candle, 40 pips. And that's why I say to you, my expectancies have been met, right? They've been met by me saying to myself, this is my strategy based on this system. This is my strategy to enter on certain time frames, certain candles, and look for pips on it. If it's shark fin and I do a nice analysis on it, I ride shark fin till the end. Shark fin till the end here is 180 pips. Right? There's shark fin there closing down here. Right? Okay. On a 4 hour, where would shark fin close? Right? Shark fin close there. I think it's the same amount of pips. Trade is somewhere there. Now it's double, 307 pips. But this is 8 times 4 is 20. This is a day later. And if I come back and I monitor this, and I'm on a 1 hour out of extended, I would open up a 4 hour chart and see it's still above the volatility band at that point there. There's a doji, pierced it, right? A lot of people say there's indecision in the market. This is the market maker. He's spiking to the top. You got to go around to 5 minutes to really see, 15 minutes to see what he's doing. But he rides it, and this is the golden rule of shark fin. It must come back over. Must. It's never going to stay above, right? And that when it crosses back, that's your exit. There's a 5 and a 4. There's a semaphore to complement that exit. There's a big boy there. There's another one. There may be a box even. There's a box, right? So it's going to come down. There we go. And this is top-down analysis. 4 hours, 1 day. Well, I started 1 day, but as you've seen, that $600 drawdown was an issue for me when I wasn't prop trading. Then when I was prop trading, I got stuck to 1 day candles and continued and taken that $600 drawdown, not loss, drawdown, and continue the trade up until the very end. But I just decided to bring this 1 day strategy into a 4 hour strategy. And if you can trade twice a day on a 4 hour, you're going to make 50 pips, maybe, right? 30 pips, possibly, definitely, right? And these things, these pips only come to you from proper decisions. You have all your signals, your shark fins, your MBLs. If you're into sniper and you really have high risk for appetite, you'll go with it. 1 hour. Right? These your MBLs. There's a sniper there. They just on that small little thing there, there's a sniper. It's below the 50. Recognized it as a sniper. Somewhere there. It's above the 50, that's why it's a long, blue long, right? And it says here's your sniper. Remember what I said to you in snipers, take 10 pips, take 5 pips, right? But on MBLs and on shark fins, more shark fins than anything else, you're going to get good trades. There's an exit there. You enter there, there's an exit. You enter, after that exit, you see, yeah, it's still going good. Enter again. There's another exit. Let me just close this. Maybe confusing you guys. Come on. Okay, there's the one exit. There's another exit. There's another exit. You enter here. There's a signal here. You enter. You take a bit of drawdown. You get in here and you get out there. That's also a good trade. That is, well, let's just ballpark that out. That's, let's say 18 pips. Let's go midpoint. That's 20 pips. So all of them are good, right? That's why my expectancies have been met. And you need to now determine, sit down and ascertain what are your expectancies. Like I said, you have a system. You have signals to support you if you're going to subscribe, right? You're going to have all these extra chart analysis. If you're going to miss your one trade, you're going to find a trade somewhere else. You can even go back in time and look for a 4 hour trade and know that that 4 hour trade has now developed and matured, and maybe that 4 hour trade, let's just put this up here, and these news events. This 4 hour trade here is now graduated, it's prolonged itself. So you'll get a signal on this 4 hour, and you'll go and you'll put it up in your charts and you'll determine that, yeah, no, it's still good, eh? I'm going to carry on. Okay, an old 4 hour signal would still be a good trade. That's different. Okay, that's I'm thinking about removing a 15-minute and maybe putting a 1 day signal in its place. Not quite sure, but I seen 15 minutes on stop on Judas Trail Turtle Soup. You guys may want it. It all depends on your risk appetite. So that's me, my expectancies. I'm Andre. I hope you had fun going through, breaking me apart, seeing whether or not I've met my expectancies with my analysis top down, and hopefully this works for you. Okay, best of luck everybody. Enjoy your day. Cheers. Bye.